there it is. My radiator's out, the fan is out. Turns out I was turning it the wrong way. I spent 4 or 5 hours turning it the wrong way. I got confused because they put right hand threads on the fan housing, and I confused it because it's like, well, if it was correct fans, it was a regular direction, you wouldn't put anything on it, so it has to be, backwards threads. My dyslexia getting in the way. Oh man, look at all that room in there. They got some work room now. Also, I checked out my ICP sensor. It is bad. I'll have to get a replacement. I don't have a spare one with me. I was hoping it wouldn't be because it was like $100 some odd part. However, it does need to be replaced. I think I'm going to try to pull off the oil pump first. I don't know. I might pull off the water pump and just do that real quick. Although it only has 100,000 miles on it, but I'm sure it has a higher idle time. That's part of the reason I'm in here doing all this work. It really makes it a lot easier if you pull these accessories off, which really you don't have to mess with the adjustments, so all you have to do is pull off 3 to 4 screws or bolts. Makes everything a lot easier. I don't know quite how I'm going to hold that other one to hold it and turn it. Big cheater wrench on there. I don't have impact. I might just use the 1/2-inch socket driver with the hammer and see if I can pop it loose. I went ahead and went to O'Reilly's right before they closed and rented me a harmonic bouncer puller and a tool to get the fan blade off because it's just that weird. Last night, as I was working and ran out of power, I can't remember if I showed you all pulling the radiator out and getting the fan off. Turns out I was turning it the wrong way. Spent 4 hours turning it the wrong way. Got that rectified. Also ran down to the auto store to get a proper tool to get in there to remove the fan. Right now I am charging up the air compressor pump to use the air impact to try to pop off this bolt on the harmonic bouncer. Also cleaning up the mating surface on the water pump surface. It really doesn't look too terribly bad as far as water pumps goes, but I'm here. I was going to replace it anyhow since I was here. The outside looks a lot worse than the inside. Just ignore that. I'm using that to hold it in place, but the inside still looks okay. There's a little bit of rust way down in there. You can kind of see it there. But I could have probably pushed it a while longer, but might as well do it while I'm here and go from there. So I went ahead and got the part. Just so you know where stuff is here. We got the high pressure oil reserve. High pressure pump is here. Water pump, oil pump. All straight in a line. Pretty good design. This is your exhaust back pressure thing. I'm not going to pull it off because I pulled this apart. There's still dielectric grease in there and it looks like it's been serviced recently along with this. I don't know where the oil pump's coming from. I'm assuming, or the oil pump. The oil leak is, I assume the oil leak is low pressure oil pump. It could also have been coming from maybe the water leaking. I don't know. Little oil always looks like a lot of oil. Could also be coming from the cam position sensor. It runs and starts, so I know it's not that. I did, however, pull off my air compressor or AC compressor and looked at my IPR sensor. That needs to be replaced. There is definitely oil in there. There's another oil leak on top of the engine. I pulled this O-ring off the top of the water pump. It is brittle or semi-brittle. It's not 100%. So I imagine I have maybe need to replace the turbo compressor O-ring. So we might visit that here a little bit later on. We're supposed to have storms tonight, so I'm not going to be able to get this all the way back together 100%. I mean, I could put it back together enough to move it. I may just do that, but basically I'm missing a pulley. I didn't get enough pulleys, and I had to replace the IPR sensor, and they recommend 4 genuine parts, and that's $100 part. which is fine. And then once we get those back in there, we can get the front of this put together and put fluid in it, and maybe work on the inside when it's raining outside and do the compressor or the turbo O-ring seals and make sure that's not leaking. I really like having the ability to get this running right and get it where it doesn't leak anything, and making the engine run better. It's one of the things I could not do on that bus. They just didn't make the parts for it anymore, so yeah. Anyhow, so that's odd. Also, there's a vacuum hose going to the back that blew on me or broke on me, so I'm gonna have to get some more vacuum hose and run it back there and tie it in. Maybe I'll just get a solenoid or a electric old thing. I don't know. Probably just gets too hot. So anyhow, I'm gonna clean up the mating surface here, and then I'm gonna try zipping that off with what bolt I have, if I can get it off prior. So. One side popped. Let's see. I sprayed it down with some liquid wrench. Oh, there we go. We're off. Liquid wrench seemed to help out a lot. Got the rust broken off. Alright, well, let's see how much actual wear we got on this. Oh, that feels good. Okay, on the inside. Let's look at it. Doesn't look too bad. Oh, that one pulled off. This might even already have the high flow on it. There we go. Bathed in oil. Look too bad. Let's go get the new one. Look at it. Looks like we do get to go back together today. Maybe we can get it all done today, or mostly done. I gotta get more sensors and another pulley. 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 Dangerous here. Put it right here for right now. Stay on there. One. Oh, no. Totally different looking pump. So the only difference between these two pumps is one's high flow and one's regular flow. You can see it much bigger, much closer. A little wear right there. Not too bad. And it has oil in it. Looks like it got something in it though that caused some wear right there while it's spinning. It lost a little oil pressure. I don't know. It's weird. We'll clean up the mating surface really good and throw on the new one. I gotta pull this thing back out too. This pin. Drop that in there. Lots of goop on it. Kind of looks like it might have been leaking right there. See how there's a gap around there and how it looks like that colored distortion there. Let me see. A little there. Not anything on the inside, but that was, maybe. It just got some oil underneath it. There's oil on it like it's leaking, but you can definitely tell that there's two different styles here. This one has bigger passages for more flow. So let's clean it up, stick this new one on, and go back together. That'll be nice. There's a little bit of weird going there. I think it sat for a long time in its life. I think that's part of the problem. Clean it up real good and I'll throw it back together. I kind of like that everything's done with O-rings. It makes it easier. I gotta replace O-ring on that sensor there too because it's all rotten too. There it is. I'll get this back together, torque down and everything up. Throw some oil on there, help lubricate it when first starting up. It should take care of part of our issues. I think I'll go check the check valve, make sure it's not allowing bleed back also. And yeah, I think we'll have a better engine altogether after this. As they call it, a 1,000,000-mile motor. I got it out and replaced a new one. I had to build a special wrench. Equivalently, this is a box hand wrench with a different angle. It's cheaper to buy a, what is it, 27 millimeter socket? Sorry, this is a 27 millimeter impact socket from Harbor Freight for $4.99. It's cheaper to buy that, cut it off, and put a little stick on the bottom for a box hand, closed-in box end wrench than it was to buy the actual box end wrench from Harbor Freight. They wanted to sell that in a set for $200, so this is my new wrench for this tool. And so yeah, and I tigged it together. Good thing to have a welder around. It's a really crooked one, but it did the trick. I was able to get it off the old IPC sensor and the new one on, and I'm going back together with the air conditioner, and we'll put all the other stuff and fluids in. I gotta get some radiator fluid, but think about this one. Definitely oil down in there. Definitely look burnt out and used. You might cut that up apart later and look down inside it and see what's inside this sensor. Check with the multimeter, see what kind of readings we're getting off it, but I'm guessing it's right anyhow. And that's what that is, and yeah, let's get her back together. Alright, there you go. It's all put back together. Air filter's on. I just checked the engine oil. That looks good. I'll look down here at the belt, make sure everything looks okay. We have power on the engine. We put coolant in it. I don't expect this to really start first thing off, but we're gonna run it through a couple times here and see if we can get it to start. Although it'd be awesome if it started first thing off. We are back together, and I just poked it in. Ooh, it sounded like something clicked on. Did recycle a couple times right now. I heard that the relay clicked on, so that is really good. Sounds like it's pressure up the oil thing. Let's try this here. That oil light clicked off awful fast. It stayed on a lot longer last time. Let that run for a second. How's the belt look? Sounds okay. Let's close that for now. We gotta put that on. Yeah, fix the air leak there. Ooh. I got power again. To see that, I had to rev it up quite a way to over rev my e-brake, so I think the e-brake's working. Would like to, however, replace it, but we may visit that again. It starts, it runs. Let's see. Probably start really fast this time. My oil light was staying on for a very long time last time I started it. Shuts off right away. Still not like 3 seconds. Well, it sounds so much better. I still think I have an oil leak somewhere, but we'll check it here in a little while. But that's it for the engine. Next time we get into here, we'll probably end up doing the pedestal oil seals on here, along with the high pressure oil pump seals, and make sure those are okay. But I'm calling that good for now. Everything's working good. Speaking of which, that oil line I replaced earlier, or that vacuum line goes to both sides of this, the return and the sending line. So all I have to do is supply power to that one relay, and it should allow this to open for the back heater to come on. So I don't know where the air conditioner went. I'm guessing the air conditioner just runs anytime I have the AC up here on. But maybe there's another switch like that. We'll trace down the wires and figure it out next time. I'm happy it runs, and it runs quite well. Oh, well, I thought as farther back I am. I still got an oil or a tire leak thing there I gotta fix too. I'm calling that good for tonight. Tomorrow we'll mess with some more of it later, but it runs. I gotta check the oil a little bit later on. So that's how you change the water pump, oil pump, and the PCI or ICP valve on a Ford Power Stroke, along with pulleys and belts. I'm very happy with the turnout of it. So see y'all next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Okay, got the new part in, it's hooked up, batteries in, we're going to try to start it again. It ended up being the relay solenoid.